Men respect what they must fight to keep, because the very nature of a man is built on the foundation of struggle, conquest, and achievement. When something is handed to him freely, when love, attention, and loyalty come without any demand, his instinct does not treat it as precious. It is not because he is ungrateful or unkind, but because the male spirit is wired to assign value to the things he bleeds for, sweats for, and sacrifices for. Look at history. Men went to war for kingdoms, men fought battles for honor, men risked their lives for treasures, but what made those victories sweet was not the crown itself, it was the struggle to earn it. The same psychology applies to love. A man does not respect the woman who bends at his every word, who never demands more, who tolerates being treated as an option. He respects the woman who commands his best, who forces him to show up stronger, who makes him realize that her presence is not a cheap reward but the highest treasure he could ever attain. Think about it. When something is scarce, its value skyrockets. Diamonds are just rocks until scarcity, pressure, and rarity transform them into something men will fight over. The same truth lives within relationships. If you are always available, always forgiving, always giving without requiring effort, he subconsciously sees no urgency to fight for you. He will take your kindness, but he won't be moved to elevate himself for you. But if you show him that your time is rare, your heart is guarded, and your respect must be earned, suddenly you are no longer a passing option. You are the standard that he must rise to. And men, by their very nature, rise to standards when they want to claim something valuable. Men don't stay loyal to what is easy. They stay loyal to what tested them, what challenged them, what made them feel like they conquered something worth keeping. A woman who knows her worth and sets boundaries is not being cruel, she is being wise. Because she understands the truth, if you want a man's respect, you must not let him have you without effort. This does not mean playing games or manipulating. It means living with a self-respect so deep that it demands he gives his best. He must feel that to lose you is to lose something irreplaceable, and when he feels that, he will guard you, protect you, and commit to you with his whole being. A man values what costs him his comfort. If he had to adjust his habits, sacrifice his ego, prove his consistency, and rise above his own weaknesses to win your love, then you are not just another woman. You are the woman who transformed him. And he will never take that lightly. You see, men are hunters by instinct, and what comes too easy is dismissed as prey not worth celebrating. But the prize he fought for, the prize that required patience, persistence, and growth, that is the prize he never forgets. Many women make the mistake of believing that giving everything at once will make him stay. They think that unconditional giving without boundaries will make a man appreciate them more. In truth, it often does the opposite. A man may enjoy it, but he will not respect it. Respect is born out of effort. Respect is born when he realizes that your love is not free air but rare oxygen, and without it, his world feels empty. That realization only comes when you teach him, through your actions, that you cannot be bought with cheap words or shallow gestures. You require real consistency, real depth, real action. The woman who commands respect is not loud, she is not desperate, she does not need to chase. She knows her worth like a queen knows the value of her crown, and because she knows, she refuses to lower her standard for anyone. She allows men to walk away if they cannot rise to meet her, because she would rather stand alone in strength than lie beside someone who doesn't honor her. And that energy alone is magnetic. Men sense it, they crave it. They know that if they can win her, they have achieved something beyond ordinary. Ask yourself, why do men often stay faithful to the woman who tested them the most? Why do they honor the one who refused to accept less? Because she forced them to grow. She forced them to look in the mirror and choose whether they would be weak or rise up. And once a man grows for a woman, once he has invested his effort, his time, and his soul into proving himself, He is bound to her with a respect that cannot be broken easily. This is why you must never lower yourself just to keep a man. If he can stay without effort, he can also leave without regret. But if he had to fight for you, if he had to prove himself, if he had to conquer his own flaws to deserve you, then even if temptations come, he will not risk losing you. He knows the price he paid, and men rarely abandon treasures they fought hard to keep. Respect is the backbone of lasting love. Attraction can spark the flame, but respect keeps it burning. And the deepest respect a man has is for the woman who made him realize that she was not like the others. She was not waiting to be chosen, she was waiting to be earned. That energy makes him chase, makes him commit, makes him protect, because he knows he cannot afford to lose what he almost never had. So never fear setting boundaries. Never fear saying no when it's easier to say yes. Never fear walking away when his actions do not honor your worth. Because in the end, a man does not respect what is given freely. He respects what tested him, challenged him, and demanded the very best of who he is. And that, my friend, is the love that lasts forever. Boundaries make desire grow stronger because they are the invisible lines that create mystery, attraction, and respect. Without boundaries, love becomes too available, too predictable, and eventually too easy. Desire is not born in abundance. It is born in scarcity, in the realization that something precious is not given to everyone, and that to have it, one must rise higher. Think of anything valuable in life, rare gems, luxury cars, or exclusive experiences. They command desire because they are not easily accessible. The same principle exists in relationships. When a woman sets boundaries, she creates an energy of rarity, a magnetic pull that makes a man understand she is not for anyone and everyone. She is for the one willing to rise to her standards. Men may enjoy what is free, but they respect what requires effort. Boundaries tell him, if you want me, you must prove yourself. If you desire me, you must honor me. That message ignites his masculine spirit. It awakens the hunter inside of him. He begins to chase, not because you are playing games, but because your boundaries teach him that your love is valuable. Every no that you give, every limit that you set, every standard that you uphold, it sharpens his desire for you because it forces him to grow, to adapt, to become the kind of man who is worthy of you. Without boundaries, relationships collapse under the weight of familiarity. When someone can access your heart, your body, your time, and your loyalty without any resistance, the value of those things fades. Humans naturally undervalue what comes too easily, and men especially are wired to crave challenges. If you remove every challenge, you also remove the spark of desire. Boundaries keep the flame alive because they demand that he continues to work for you, continues to earn you, and never slips into complacency. Consider this. A man may be physically attracted to a woman at first sight, but what makes him stay? It is not only beauty. It is the boundaries she creates that make him crave her presence. If she shows him that she will not tolerate disrespect, that she will not be another option, that she will not give herself away cheaply, suddenly she transforms in his eyes. She becomes rare. She becomes unforgettable. And the more she enforces those boundaries, the deeper his respect grows, and the deeper his desire to win her becomes. Boundaries are not walls meant to keep love away. They are gates meant to filter who is allowed in. They protect your soul from those who want to take without giving. They protect your heart from those who are unworthy of it. But most importantly, they keep desire alive in the one who is willing to fight for you. A man who is truly serious will not be pushed away by your boundaries. He will be drawn in closer because they give him a mission. They make him feel like he must prove his strength, his consistency, his patience. And once he does, his bond with you becomes stronger because he knows he had to earn it. Women often fear that setting boundaries will push men away, but here is the truth. The ones who leave when you set boundaries were never serious about you in the first place. They wanted convenience, not commitment. They wanted access, not effort. Boundaries are not the reason they left. They simply revealed their true intentions. On the other hand, the man who values you, who sees your worth, will not be deterred by your standards. He will rise to meet them because he understands that boundaries are not rejection. They are protection. They protect your value, and in return, they make him value you more. Desire thrives on anticipation, on the feeling that something must be earned before it is enjoyed. Boundaries create that anticipation. They keep the connection from becoming stagnant because they ensure that he can never fully relax into taking you for granted. He must keep showing up, keep proving himself, keep earning your trust and your heart. And that constant effort keeps desire alive, not just in the early stages of love, but throughout the relationship. Even in long-term commitments, boundaries are what keep passion alive. When you make it clear that your respect cannot be violated, that your needs matter, that you will not tolerate neglect or disrespect, it forces him to remain alert. He cannot coast. He cannot stop trying. And because of that, his desire for you stays strong. The effort he continues to put in keeps his love from becoming routine. It keeps the relationship from becoming a dull habit. Boundaries also communicate self-respect, and self-respect is irresistible. A woman who respects herself enough to demand more automatically makes a man want to give more. He feels proud to have her because he knows she is not for everyone. Her value is rare. He knows she could walk away if he does not honor her, and that very knowledge makes him hold her tighter. It is the paradox of love. The more a person proves they can live without you, the more you want to keep them. Boundaries create that paradox, and it intensifies desire. Men are not designed to treasure what falls into their lap. They treasure what they had to fight for. And the more a man has to fight to keep you, the more invested he becomes. Boundaries fuel that fight. They do not create distance. They create longing. They make him miss you, think about you, work for you. And when he wins you, his victory feels sweeter because he knows it was not cheap. So never apologize for setting boundaries. Never believe that demanding respect will cost you love. The truth is, love without boundaries collapses into disrespect. But love with boundaries grows into respect, loyalty, and lasting passion. If you want desire that endures, if you want love that does not fade, then remember this truth. Boundaries do not kill love, they refine it. They filter the weak from the strong, the temporary from the permanent, the pretenders from the real ones. And for the man who is truly worthy, your boundaries will not push him away. They will pull him closer, make him respect you more, and make his desire for you stronger than ever a woman's self-respect is the fuel of endless pursuit, because it is the one quality that separates her from everyone else. In a man's eyes, beauty can turn heads, charm can capture attention, but self-respect is what holds a man's focus for a lifetime. It is the invisible force that makes him want to chase, to prove himself, to never let her slip away. When a woman carries herself with self-respect, she radiates an energy that tells the world, I am valuable, and I will not settle for less than I deserve. That energy is magnetic. It makes men realize they cannot treat her casually, they cannot take her for granted, and they cannot risk losing her. She becomes rare, and rarity is what men never stop pursuing. The mistake many women make is believing that lowering their standards will make a man stay. They give more, tolerate more, sacrifice their dignity in the hope of being loved. But in reality, the opposite happens. The more you give without demanding respect, the less he values you. Men are wired to cherish what requires effort, what requires sacrifice, and what requires growth. A woman's self-respect forces a man to rise higher, to bring his best, to show up consistently, because he knows she will walk away if he fails to honor her. That silent power is what keeps him chasing not games, not manipulation, but a clear, unshakable standard rooted in her own worth. When a woman respects herself, she does not chase love, she attracts it. She doesn't beg for attention, she commands it. She doesn't fear being alone because she knows being alone with dignity is better than being with someone who disrespects her. That confidence is intoxicating. Men are drawn to it because deep down they crave a woman who challenges them, a woman who makes them better, a woman who does not let them slide into weakness. Self-respect is not arrogance, it is self-awareness. It is the understanding that your time, your body, your heart, and your presence are treasures, and treasures are not given away carelessly. Think about this: when a man knows you will not tolerate lies, neglect, or disrespect, he becomes sharper, more disciplined, more intentional in his pursuit of you. Your self-respect acts as a fire under his feet, reminding him that if he slips, he loses you. And because he knows your value, he will not risk it. He will chase you, not only to win you, but to keep you. The pursuit never ends because your self-respect never ends. The moment a woman loses her self-respect, the chase dies. The man relaxes, becomes complacent, because he realizes he can do anything and still keep her. But when she stands firm in her worth, the chase continues forever. Men respect what they cannot control, and self-respect makes a woman uncontrollable in the best way. She cannot be manipulated by empty promises, she cannot be swayed by shallow gestures, and she cannot be bought with temporary attention. She requires consistency, effort, and depth. And this is exactly what keeps a man addicted to her presence. He knows he must continuously work to keep her. This kind of woman is unforgettable. Even if he meets others, they will not compare, because most women give themselves too easily. The one who stood her ground, who demanded respect above all, will always stand out in his memory. Self-respect is also the ultimate filter. It weeds out the weak, the lazy, the pretenders, and the users. A man who only wanted convenience will leave the moment you enforce boundaries. But the man who truly desires you, who sees your value, will stay and fight. This is why self-respect does not scare away the right man. It attracts him. It calls him forward, it tests his seriousness, it proves his intentions. Without saying a word, your self-respect tells him whether he is worthy or not. And if he is, he will give everything to prove himself to you. Another reason self-respect fuels endless pursuit is because it creates mystery. A woman who respects herself does not lay her whole life bare in an instant. She knows when to say no, when to step back, when to let silence speak louder than words. That mystery keeps him curious, keeps him wondering, keeps him chasing. Men are not designed to crave what is predictable. They crave what keeps them on their toes, what excites their spirit, what forces them to work harder. Self-respect provides that excitement because it shows him you are not easily won, and even when won, you will not allow disrespect. Even in long-term relationships, self-respect is the secret to keeping desire alive. It prevents a woman from losing herself in the process of loving a man. It ensures that she never becomes a shadow, never accepts mistreatment, never lowers her standards just to keep peace. A man may love your beauty, but he will respect your boundaries, and respect is what makes him pursue you even after years together. He will keep working for your love because he knows it is not guaranteed. It must be continuously earned. And that is what keeps passion alive, what keeps him invested, what keeps him endlessly chasing. Women often fear that being too strong, too firm, too clear about their value will intimidate men. And yes, it will, but only the wrong ones. The right man will not be scared of your self-respect. He will be inspired by it. He will see it as a challenge, a standard, a call to rise higher. Weak men will complain, strong men will compete. Weak men will leave, strong men will stay. And this is exactly how self-respect protects you from wasting your time with those who were never worthy. At its core, self-respect is the foundation of true love. Without it, love turns into sacrifice without return, giving without appreciation, and loyalty without honor. But with it, love becomes a partnership where both people bring their best, where both people respect each other, and where pursuit never dies. A man may be drawn to beauty, but beauty without self-respect is forgettable. A man may enjoy kindness, but kindness without boundaries is exploitable. Only self-respect keeps him on his toes, keeps him chasing, keeps him committed to treating you as the queen you are. So understand this truth deeply: your self-respect is not negotiable. It is your crown, your shield, your power. Never lower it for anyone. Never sacrifice it for temporary affection. Never give it away in hopes of being loved. Because the moment you betray your own self-respect, you teach him that he can betray you too. But when you honor yourself, you teach him that if he wants to stand beside you, he must honor you as well. And once he realizes that truth, the chase will never stop, because he knows your value is endless, and your respect for yourself fuels his desire to keep earning you forever. In the end, everything comes down to this: a woman who respects herself will never have to beg for love, because her very presence commands it. She doesn't have to scream her worth, she embodies it. She doesn't have to chase, because her energy makes others chase her. Self-respect is not just about saying no. It's about saying yes to yourself, to your peace, to your standards, and to the kind of love you truly deserve. When a man encounters a woman with unshakable self-respect, something shifts inside of him. He knows he cannot treat her lightly. He knows that winning her heart means becoming a better version of himself. And that is why the pursuit never ends, because she never stops being rare. So never forget, your power is not in being everything to a man. Your power is in being everything to yourself first. When you hold your head high, when you refuse to settle, when you honor your own boundaries, you create a love story that is built on respect, not desperation. And that, my friend, is the kind of love that lasts. Because the woman who respects herself is the woman who is endlessly pursued